Start recording.
Morning, everyone. Yeah, buddy Beaver. And as I've been talking about for a little while now, we're out in the kayak this morning. It's pouring out. Not the ideal time to be doing this, but time is running out. So, we're out looking to set a few bank dens in the river this morning. So, yesterday we were out. We put a few roadside traps out. I'm pretty confident about some of those that we did get in. We need one more beaver to get 60 beaver on the season. The water is a little high. Lost a little bit of time yesterday. I had to change the passenger side front wheel bearing in my truck. Went well, got it all done. And we're out. And there's some beaver sign here. Alright, let's see if we can find a den. The water is high. It's a little bit of a current. It's not horribly bad. And we set a couple of traps yesterday where someone else already had a foot trap put in, and I talked a little bit about that in the video. I want to say that me personally, I have no issues with anybody that sets up traps where I am trapping. I think it's great to see other people out doing this. It's not a lot of people that do this anymore. So, and my theory also is you pick and set the best locations. And if you do that, you're going to get fur. You're going to catch fur. So, but in any event, I have no problem with anybody setting traps where I am, as long as they don't touch my gear, anything like that. I have no issue with it. That's just me personally. Well, looky here. There's some pretty good beaver sign right here, guys. Let's go check this out. Wow, there's a lot of it right here. Yeah, there's a lot of it right here. I'm pretty sure right up ahead of us is a bank den up here on this same side of the river. Let's get up here, see what we can find. Hopefully my camera works and doesn't get wet and all that good stuff. It is raining out pretty bad. Well, it could be worse, I guess. The water's got a lot of sediment in it. It's a lot darker than it was when we were out here last fall. So some of these bank dens might be hard to find exactly where they're at. Oh, there's one right there. Yeah, the water is absolutely a lot deeper than it was. And there is a bank den right here. I think we'll do a set and go here. Let me back up. I'm going to get out and do this. Crash. I just crashed the Titanic. Alright, we'll set that there. Let's get this one. I'm going to put a set and go in here. The water's a little deep, but let's wire off the boat so we're not walking. Let's do that. Alright, skip me this one. Yep, and we're right there. Okay. Try to get this camera angle right so you guys can see. I know my last video wasn't real great. Come on. Alright. Back down. Yep, like that. Stick that in the ground. Flop these up. Let's get that set there like that. Bend these back a little bit. Let's get that wire down. Yep, like that. Take these off. Yeah, this is pretty deep. Alright. Go that way. Bam. Just like that, guys. Try that in the ground. Maybe. Yep, okay. And that's probably muddied up now. But there it is. That den is blocked. We're going to bring this up. Like that. Alright. There's one. There is Beaver sign here, so nice stick here. Let's grab this. Throw that up there like that. Alright. Alright. Quick and easy shot right there. Not the easiest thing to do is get in this thing when it's full of gear. Alright. Good deal. Pick this up a little bit. I only brought 7 traps with me, so I'm going to be kind of picking and choosing the better ones that we can find. I need to get closer to the bank. I thought, yeah, there is one right there, maybe? Nope, that isn't one. Alright, I know there's one right here somewhere, but obviously if it doesn't stand out to me, they're not using it. There's a slide right there. It looks like they may be using. Absolutely, and there are some fresh sticks here. Yep, there's a den right there. We're going to set this one. I can't get out here, I don't think. This is way too deep. Unless I park up there. Yep, I'm going to try to do that anyway. up again so we don't have to end up walking. Yep, there's a hole in my boot. I'm not really good at keeping boots for very long. That one don't want to come out, so we'll take this one. And this. Maybe I actually can walk over here. Yeah, this is a lot deeper. Yeah, this is way deeper than the other one. That ground is still frozen. Stay, come on. Alright, let's get it go that way. Make sure we set it right side up. Open these up a little bit. Let's go. Get up there. Come on. Alright, we're not going to set that exactly yet. I need two. That's going to be for our anchor point. Alright, come on. Alright. Take the catches off. Bring that up a little bit. Take that catch off. Bring that up a little bit. Alright. Slide it over just a little bit. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but right where I'm putting this trap on the bottom, nice and sandy bottom. So that tells me that they are using this den. Yeah, I think we're good right there. Is that gonna... Yeah, that's good and solid. Alright, it was a hole in the glove, a hole in my boot, water up over my glove. We're doing alright, guys. So, let's get back over here. Yeah, there's a little casting mound right there. Alright, let's unhook our ride. Tuck that back in. Slide that over the side like that. This is a little higher, might be a little bit harder to get in. But we shall do it. Success. And there it is. The only thing I don't like is that one stick right there. I can grab that with my hand. That one right there. Alright. Alright, there's two. Alright, let's go up a little further. I almost decided not to come out this morning. I get up at like 6:30, and it's been pouring ever since I got up. So I'm pacing back and forth, watching out the window. Got the boiler going for the sap. I got sap boiling again today. And finally, about 9:30, I just decided, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I need to do it now. I got some other things I got to do today. I got to go get propane so we can keep boiling sap. We've made roughly just over 2 gallons of sap so far. And we've got at least another gallon to get once we're done boiling. So that's going pretty good. Oh, I got sand up here. What do we got up here? Alright, no, I don't see a den here. No sand there. There's got to be a den. Yeah, there's a lot of cutting right here. There's got to be a den here somewhere. Where is it at? There's some more cutting right up here. I know there is some. I think underneath this hemlock. I think there were like 3 dens up this way. They might be on the other side of this too, if I remember right. Alright, I gotta pay attention. I know there are a lot of trees in the water right here. Definitely don't wanna be tipping over. This water's really cold. Got a pair of Canadian geese up here. Sure, they've got a nest in here somewhere. Got quite a bit of current right here. I know there's a couple dens. There's a couple bank dens right here. But looks like more trees have fallen down. They might be a little harder to get to. Oh, turkeys are gobbling. Just heard a turkey up on the pipeline. There's a den there. There's a big one underneath that tree. Yeah, I'm not going to set these. I'm going to go, there might be another one right up here. I think I marked, there's a stick here, so yeah, there's a den here, but they're not using it. You can see that the leaves aren't kicked up or anything right there. Alright, we're going to continue on. Nope, we're not out here for you. Not out here for you, fella. We won't bother you, I promise. Pretty birds. Real pretty birds. You're a big fella too, aren't you? Some trees here. Yeah, the current's really picking up. over in here, there's several bank ends there. And there's a few more up here on the left. I think we'll paddle up to the flat up here and check for any sign. Yeah, so we're at 59 beaver for the season, which is phenomenal for me. I mean, with working and trying to keep up with the trap line, that's good. I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, a lot of thanks to Chad for pointing me in the direction of several new locations that we trapped this year. So thanks to Chad. I appreciate all the info you sent for me. And we've got several locations that we didn't even trap this year. I just didn't have the time. That looks like a chewed beaver stick over there on the bank. We're going to check that out in a minute. Yep, that looks like another one up there. And a big thanks to the missus too. She helped me out a lot. She skunked quite a few beaver for me while I was at work. I was getting piled up. I was having a hard time keeping up. So thank you to her too. Not only that, and if I wasn't working, I was out on the line. So I wasn't home much. So I appreciate all of her support. Trapping it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of time you got to invest in it. It's not just about setting the trap. Also, when you catch these critters, and you gotta take the time to really put them up and do it the right way. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. Setting the traps is easy. That's the easy part. If you can find the locations and you know they're there, you know it's an active area. That's the easy part. The hard part comes when you check your traps and you have fur. That's the time-consuming part of it. The traveling too that's also time-consuming. And I'll talk more about that when I post the video of the fur check and the shipping costs and all of that, and that will be coming out soon. Been talking about that for a little while as well. Right now I've got just over a week. Well, for me it's going to be only a week, because the season ends in the middle of the week, so I'll be working. So all my traps will be pulled the weekend prior to the end date, which is April 15th, and today is April 6th, I believe. So, alright, when we were up here earlier in the year, there were a ton of chewed beaver stick right here in this area. There's some here. There's a few here now. They're not. Yeah, they're old. Well, there's a couple. There's a nice pathway right there. I don't know. I know there's a bank down over on that side. Let's go up just a little further. Yeah, there are some cotton in here. Yeah, earlier when we were up here, there were a few beaver sticks. There's a few up in there. Oh, there's a few there. I wonder if there's a bank in right here. Something tells me that there might be. I know there's one right across the way. But I don't know if it's being used or not. Alright, I don't see one right here. There are some sticks right there on the bottom. It's got to be a den here somewhere. Oh, I'm not seeing one. Could be the one across the way, which we're going to hit probably a few of those on the other side. We're going to actually hammer over that way in just a minute. I'm not going to go up a lot further. Oh, there's some fresh chewed sticks right there. Alright, where are you guys at? Where's your den? Huh. Where is your den? There's a little inlet or an outlet, but it does not appear to be being used at all. The leaves aren't turned up. So, alright, I'm going to go on the other side. Yeah, there's quite a bit of current. The water's coming up. It's probably going to come up a little bit more in the next day or two, but it should go down because there's no rain coming next week that I could tell. That's another thing. If you trap in rivers, you really need to pay attention to the weather. If you get a lot of rain coming, if you put traps out and you're not aware of any rain coming, you can be in real trouble with your traps. You may not get to them for who knows how long. Could be a week, could be a month. So, if you're going to trap the river, myself anyway, I watch the weather every day when I'm trapping. If there's a lot of rain coming, some places I'll hold off. I won't set because I don't want to lose any of my gear. Oh, there's some chewed beaver stick right there. There's a den. I know there's one right up here. We checked it earlier and it wasn't being used. That doesn't mean it's not being used right now, though. Yeah, it's gonna be able to find it. I think it might be. Looks like a beaver coming up, going up on that mound right there. There's a beaver stick there. I think we might have gone by the den already. Might be back that way. And some of these dens, they're high water holes, so that when the water comes up, and I think that's it right there. I think there it is. Yep, there it is right there. But unfortunately, that is not being used. It's got a stick in the way. The dirt's not turned up at all. If they were using that, there's a stick on the bottom right there, but if they were using that, you'd definitely see the sand on the bottom where they were kicking off when they were coming out. Those are things to look for when you're setting bank dens and things like that. Just because a den, an old den, might have fresh cutting on it, doesn't mean they're actually using that den. There could be another entrance to that den as well. There could be two, and you're just not seeing it. Man, the water's really cool. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna be... God, I'd really like to get in that way though a little bit. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay. I gotta get away from these trees that are they're just barely underwater now. You can't really see them until it's too late. And if you hit one, could be a bad day. I think there's, kind of pushing my luck doing this, going in here like this, but yeah, we got a lot of current right here. I gotta get out of here. I can't be in here like this. I gotta get back out of here. At least get down on the other side of that tree. I gotta pull over somewhere and fix my camera because it loosened up. And yeah, we're gonna do that right in here. Give me a second, guys. I don't know how the camera angle is right now, but it can't be good. Yep, there's a den, I believe, right there. No, maybe not. I'm gonna sit up right here for a minute. Alright, I'm gonna pause the camera, guys. Hang on. Alright, let's see how long that lasts. I had to tighten up the screw that holds the camera so I can adjust the height and the angle of it. Alright, let's put this back on. I thought that was a den that we just pulled up on, but it's not. That might be one right at the head of the Beaver retriever. Wow, my leg fell asleep. That's cool. And put this nice wet glove on. I gotta throw these away. I gotta go out and get some new ones for next year. Alright, no, that's not a den either. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to hug this shoreline going down through. And hopefully we don't hit any trees in the water or anything like that. That looks like a big den right there. Yeah, without a doubt it is, but nope, maybe it isn't. Nope, that's not a den. Oh, there's one right there. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to set it because it is way too deep. Yeah, there's no way I can get out to that one. I don't think. Do I push my luck and try it? How deep are we right here? Yeah, that's really deep. Damn, I'd like to get a trap in here though. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, anybody that knows me knows. Alright, found someone's house too. And that continuously drops off if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's no way I can get out. What if, I wonder if I can hold myself here somehow. Like that. Stuck in there like that. I wonder if I can get one foot out of my boat. This is not the trap I want. This is the trap I want. Come on. Alright. Don't try this at home, guys. I can tell you that right now. I really don't see this going very well. That needs to go up. That needs to come down. It's already not working well. I'm not going to shut this camera down. I'm not going to do it. But we're in a bad way right now. Because this, that, oh, come back that way. Nope, come off that way. I need that trigger too. I don't want to let go of that because I know what's going to happen if I do. There's one. Two, alright. Now, and then even if I get it set, I don't know if we're going to actually get it into the water anyway. So, I need that out of my way. That catch has got to come off, like so. That catch has got to come off like that. I want this to come up, like that. I don't know if I can drive this into the ground. I don't think I'm going to have enough. Yeah, that's a really wide run. I think I want that to go that way. Come on. Still really high up off the bottom. I have got this somehow. Okay. Work with me both. Alright. I don't know. I really don't see this turning out real well. Yep, I wish I had one of my really wide traps, and that is really deep. I just don't. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. Let's see how that... We'll get to that root right there. Yeah, turkeys are still gobbling. Alright, I'm going to back out and look at this. Yeah, I wish it was back. I wish it was back. Maybe I can move it a little bit. This is going to be a shot in the dark on this one, guys. I don't really know. I want that wrapped around that. There. Alright, let's unhook the beaver retriever. That's a pretty wide bed. Nope, I think we're stuck. There we go. Huh, actually, I gotta tell you, that doesn't look half bad. Doesn't look half bad at all. And it probably won't work at all. Alright, let's get turned around. Oh man, is that another one right there? There's another one right over there, I think. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't think it is, but there's one. Do we think that one's being used? Oh, there's one right there too. I don't think that's deep enough to put a set and go on. Yeah, there is another one right there. Oh, trigger the face. Yeah, this whole bank's probably hollowed out everywhere up through here. Alright, let's turn around. I'm gonna get caught up in this current, which is okay as long as I'm able to look and check out different stuff on the way down through. That one, I believe that one's got, that looks like it might have tracks in it, maybe? No, I guess maybe not. No, we're going to pass on that one. I think if I had 220, I didn't come out here to set 30 or 40 traps. I only came out to put out a handful. Just to keep the season going. Oh, got to turn around. There's something in the water right there. No, I don't know. If I hang on to this tree, maybe we can make it. Looks like somebody. Oh, that old broken up canoe. Alright, we're gonna make it without tipping over. Alright, we made it through that one. Yeah, we gotta get out of this. Yeah, there is some current. I know I keep saying that, but it just got my attention. You know what I mean? A lot of current right here. But I like to push my luck, I guess. I don't know. Alright, there's a den. There is a den right there, I believe. It does look it, but we're not going to set it. There's just too much current. And I don't want to take the chance of trying to get out or any of that, so. There's nothing here. I'm checking everything that may be a den, because these critters have been, they've been holed up all winter, so they're gonna come out. They'll go into any bank den on their travels. You just find one that looks like it's being used and consistently used. That's what you want to set. Yeah, if I remember right, there was some in here, but they were really hard to get at. Yeah, the water's too high just to be messing around. When we were out here earlier in the season, the water was nowhere near this high. And I don't mind the water being high, but you just you gotta pick the best spots that you're absolutely accessible to get to without getting hurt, or you don't want to lose gear. You don't want to lose any gear. You don't really make any money. So, I mean, if you end up losing gear, then you're losing money, obviously, either way. But looks like a den. Should be right here. And there is a den right there. There's a stick stuck on my head. Yep, that is absolutely a den. And I don't think we're going to set it, though. What's on the other side of that tree? That looks pretty. Yeah, I don't know. It's that one right there by that white birch. Very sandy on the bottom. No, maybe. And it looks to me, I don't know, is this something could be using it? I don't know. Get off me. Yeah, there's a breathe hole right there. This is absolutely a bank then. I don't know if we can get a set and go in here or not. I think we're going to try. Now, how are we going to do this? Come on. Work with me here. Okay, and if you really weren't paying attention, you pull up to a spot like this, and right away you'd say, yeah, hell yeah, I can step out of here. You look at that, and then you look at this side. You're in a foot of water right here. Over here, you're in 4 feet of water. So you've really got to pay attention. I really want to sit right here if I could. I don't know if I can though. I need to hook to something. Nope, obviously not that. I don't know if I can get 1 foot out and hold me here without. Yeah, boy, that drops right off. In a hurry. I'm gonna make this happen. Get that down. Get this up here. Hopefully I got the camera angle so you guys can see. I don't know. This is a very steep angle. Steep angle den. Let's unhook that for an anchor point. Come up here and get this set. Please don't go off on my finger. That would be greatly appreciated. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put this in the water. I can anchor it in a minute. Unstuck from my boot. Okay. Yeah, that is a very, very steep angle for that trap. Yeah, what I'm going to have to do is if I can find a stick, maybe that one, to help hold this trap up. God, not that way. I need to find another one. That just won't set in there on its own. No, that's way too big. That one might work though. Yeah, I just can't get nothing solid enough to... Well, let's do this. Okay, where's my wire? Yep, I'm going to use the wire on the stake, I think. Okay, wrap this up. Still need another stick. Come on. I think it's going to fall over if I don't hold it though. Oh no. Alright, get that out of there. That will work. I think I want to do this. I really don't, but no, I'm not going to put that on there. Somehow to mark it though would be good. So we can find it. Now it catches her off. Alright. Yep, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it'll work or not, but anything coming out of there, well, my foot's stuck right in the bottom. Anything coming out of there is going to be in trouble. Anything going in, well, it could be a different story. Alright, let's get out of here and go down to the next one. Alright. That took a little longer than I wanted it to, but it's alright. There's another one. That one looks like it's being used too. Alright, swing us around. Come on. No, you don't want to cooperate, huh? Bet you will. Nah. I like that spot though. Yeah, these beaver up and down through here, they're gonna use all these dens. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get another one in here. Not that one. I don't know if I can do it. Come on. Come on. You know, I don't know about it. I think we're going to wait. I'm going to move up. Let's go up a little further. I'm not really convinced on that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this chewed beaver stick in there, but I know I can't get in there. We caught beaver right here earlier in the season. Now, what have we got in the water that's going to be in the way? I don't even think I can get up in there where I want to go. Oh, come on. Well, you know I'm going to try, so. Yep, beaver stick there. Beaver sticks here. I know there will be the stick back there behind that tree too. Alright, where is it? Alright, where is it? Sandy bottom right there. Is that it right there? No, I want to say that's... I don't know. Yeah, probably that whole bank right there is all hollowed out. Yep, this is done right there. I don't think I can get into it. Yep, there's one there. Yeah, I've got to get a couple traps in here. That's definitely a beaver den. Oh, can I get out? No, maybe. Maybe. This might take a few minutes. Oh, my Y is way up there. Damn it. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I can probably stand there. But can I do it without tipping over? Do it without tipping over or losing my boat. This is kind of deep for a set and go, but that's what we're going to do. Come on. You were just laying flat. Stand that banging around. Oh. Yep, like that. Okay. Alright, have it your way. So hook this for our anchor point. That is a super duper rugged trap right there. this. Oh, whacked me right in the eyeball with that. That was pretty neat. Let go of that. Well, there we go. That's what we wanted right there. Take these off. Whoa, I just hit the trigger. I can't believe that didn't go off. Yeah, water right up over the glove. I love it. Love it. Really makes life worth living. Stake. Push that right into the mud so they can't haul away with your trap. Alright, there's that. I don't know if you guys can see this. I really hope you can. I mean, their jaws are buried in the sand, which is not bad. It's a good thing. That's exactly where they're coming out. There's another one right there. I don't know how I'm going to get over there, but I need to get one in there too. Oh, man. Absolutely need to get one in there. We got two left. We got a set and go and one on a pole. I think we'll put the one on the pole in there. I'm going to take one of them off. Probably this one. Alright, let's take that one out. Can we? Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yep, just like that. I'm going to bring that top one up just a little bit. This stick might be a little short, but that's okay too. We're going to wire it off. It's all going to be great. It's going to be epic. Epic, I say. Alright, let's unhook this. This video is going to be a little long, but you know what? It's alright. I mean, this is how it is when you go out and do this. I mean, you can't stop in time and fast forward everything. It just don't work that way. Alright, let's wrap that up. These are my square jaw dukes. All but one that I put out this morning. I think of my square jaws. Love these traps. You cannot beat these. I say it all the time. I'll continue to say it because it's a fact in my opinion. Alright, come on. Open them triggers up. I was kind of hesitant about coming out today, but I gotta tell you, I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did come out. Take that off, take that off. Now I'm just gonna try to walk my way over here. This strap might be too high. Let's just get that out of the way for right now. I don't really care to move it. trap's way too high. What if, and I don't know if I can do this or not, but it's not set up the right way to do this, but I'm going to try it, because that's just what I do. Do it without setting it off. Alright, let's go. Turn this bad boy right up the other way. And it may still be too high. It's better than it was, without a doubt. But, oh, that catch just fell right back on. Let's get that out of the way. Wrap this up here for right now. Because I need this trap to be on the bottom. And I don't think I can do it. I get it underneath all this stuff. Yeah, I don't think I can do it. Probably that other setting would have been the better way to go. Yeah, they're definitely using this bank, no doubt about it. It's not going to let me down today. That's good. Come out a little bit more. God, the more I did that, the more the trap's just coming up off the bottom. Actually, that might work. Close that spring up, and the trap will fold and go that way. Yes. That is exactly what we want right there. Now, I need a stick. I don't think that's going to work. Actually, that might work. I think that probably will work. Alright. That trap's at a hard angle, but yep, I'm going to leave it. I think it might work. Alright, so we got set and go here. Come here. Beaver retriever. If I can get out of here without setting these off, it'd be a miracle. Oh, without tipping over in the boat. Climb up on this tree. Oh, I need my paddle for sure. Whoa, that tree is very slickery. Very slickery. We did it. Alright, I don't want that stick in there that way. Get on up out of there. Yep, this will do it. Alright. Well, we got one more trap to put out, guys. That's all I've got with me. That's all I got left. A lot of beaver sign right there. Maybe it's the granddaddy of them all. Why is there a lot of trees in the water? Oh, there's some beaver sign right there, guys. Let's go check this out. Yep, definitely got some current in here. That could have been bad. That tree stuck right in my hat. Wouldn't let go. Almost tipped us over. Damn. Wow, look at all this. This is a lot of sign. All right. My head. Ouch. My honest opinion, this beaver sign is coming from those two places that we just set. Oh, there might be a den right there. Might be a den right here. There is a den right there, but it does not look like it's being used. Alright, I want to go back up this way a little bit. I'm trying to tip over. I'm trying really hard to do that. Not really, but it seems like it may happen before I get done. Because I just have to keep doing this dumb stuff to check out. Oh, is that a feed pile? Well, what do we have here? Okay, there's some chewing here, but no den. Yeah, I think those two traps that we just put in right there, I think that's where all this beaver sign is coming from. And there's a lot of it right there. Oh, I can't believe how close that was to tipping over. Holy cow. Yep, right up on our edge. Almost saw the bottom of the river. Really close. I want a couple of them sticks, I think. Oh, there's a lot of them here. Wow. I'll probably tip over trying to get them out of the water. Yeah, I'll take that one. Oh, and I really want that long one right there. Yeah, that one. That's really green. That's really fresh. Alright, that's going to do it for that. Alright, let's back out of here. Wow. Yep, I'm definitely going to tip over. That's on my hat. Nope, that's not a den. There's a peel stick on the bottom, a small one. There's a den there too, but it's not being used. It doesn't appear to be anyway. Oh, what do we got here? That looks pretty. Oh yeah. Yep, there's one right there. That one's being used. Oh, we're caught up on the tree. Yep, this one is being used. Yep, I think I need to set it. I think I'm going to try to get out again. Wow, that's deeper than it looks. And just to be safe, because yeah, we've really done well at doing that this morning, about tipping over and all that stuff. We're going to hook this up so that we don't lose our ride. get our anchor hooked. Thank you for that. I already have started recording. This camera just does not like to let me down. It's an absolute pain. And it worked really good most of the season. I really like this camera. I just don't know what is going on with it. The missus tried fixing it the other night. We hooked it up to my phone and did reset on it. And I don't know. I'm not a tech kind of person. I don't know nothing about any of this stuff. So I want to push the button and have it say record and be on my way. That's what I want to do. Alright, so I think I want this to go that way, because the triggers are on the back side, and they'll be really well into that trap when they come out. Okay. I gotta get a foot on that, dry that down some more. Yeah, that ain't gonna come out. Alright. I think I want that trap up a little bit more that way. Yeah, like that. Sturdy. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna help sturdy it up. Yeah, that'll help us mark it too. There it is. We got the Trap of Paradise power drink right there. Yeah, I'm gonna crack that because I am completely soaked on that side. I think I'll take that one off too. Well, I don't have any more traps, but I know for a fact that there are more dens going this way. I think we got some pretty good traps in here today. Looks like I'm on fire. I am on fire. On fire I am. Alright. Yep, there it is. And the real question is, can I get back in my boat without tipping over? I guess we'll pull ahead after I get in and unhook us. Up over the tree. Alright. That trap is set perfectly in that den. Right where it needs to go. Alright. Why are you making me go backwards? Why would you do that? Come on. Come on. There we go. Grab this one, grab that one, pull this on, and yep. Yeah, that's going to work out great. Let's get away from it before we end up wrecking it. Beautiful. Ah, come on. Oop, I just crashed into something under the water. Yep, there it is, big old tree. Alright, I just want to look around a little bit. See if any of these other dens are active. Maybe there's, I know there's 2 or 3 right up around the corner. I gotta get out of these trees, though, I know that. There's some beaver stick, and the thing is too, some of these that are on top of the water, they could have floated down, and chances are really good that they probably did. The ones that are on the bottom, no, that's where the beaver are. They're not far from that point. So I know there's a den here. I don't like this because the water's really dark and I cannot see the bottom or anything that I might crash into and help me tip over. So, yep, there's a den right there. We caught a rat there earlier in the season. Yeah, something's using it. It's not completely covered in dust, but I don't have any more traps. There's probably muskrat in there. Which muskrat you can trap now. There's another den right there. Yeah, that one's being used more than the one back there, and another one going up in here. Yeah, I think that's definitely a muskrat. Muskrats are using that. So the laws here in Maine are beaver trapping usually starts now the last week of October, and it runs through till April 15th. Their general trapping season, oh, there's a peeled stick right there, a few of them actually. The general trapping season runs, you know, for like bobcat, mink coon, fisher, bobcat, things like that. And that runs typically from the first week of November through December 31st. However, beaver trapping season, you are allowed to trap beaver. You can trap also muskrat anywhere where it's open to trapping beaver. And you can also, if you incidentally catch a mink or an otter, you are allowed to keep them. However, you're not allowed to target those animals during the beaver trapping season. So that's how that goes. This guy's... Hey, we had a conversation on the way in, dude. I'm not here for you. Yep, I'm not here for you. I don't want to fight you. You'd probably kick my ass anyway. Probably tip me right over in my boat and stomp me on my head. Nope, I'm not here for you, dude. I know you guys got a nest here somewhere. You have one here every year. I'm not gonna bother you. No, I'm not gonna bother you. Oh, just hit a tree. I didn't even see that one. That's because I was paying attention. Probably ought to pay attention to where I'm going instead of watching the birds. Yeah, it takes all the fun out of it, I guess. You do that. Alright, well, that's the gist of it. I guess I'm glad I chose to come out today. I had a good time. It was good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any questions or comments, please hit me up. I'm pretty confident about some of the traps that we have out. We got one more beaver to get to hit 60 for the season. We put 4 roadside out yesterday. We'll be checking those tomorrow or Tuesday. They have to be checked every 3 days anyway. So, yeah. Alright, well, there's not much else to do here. We're out of traps, and there's not a whole lot up here anyway on this side. I don't believe. I've never seen a lot up here anyway. So, I guess we'll end the video here. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please. It helps me out a lot, and it actually really wants to make me keep going. I want to share this content with people. I want more people to do this. That's why I do it. I want to share whatever I know, whatever I can do to help someone else. I know a lot of trappers, they won't share. And I'll tell you, the worst people to meet in the woods is a beaver trapper. I have dealt with some people that they really think they own the woods. They really do. And I'm telling you guys, you don't. You really don't. We have enough problems. Wow, there's a lot of beaver sign up here. We have enough problems with the things that we have to contend with just to be able to keep doing this. We don't need to fight, and contend with each other to make this happen. So everybody needs to pull together, and if we want to keep this going, we need to work together to make it happen. Yep, there is a lot. Oh, there goes a hawk. Nope, it's a raven, I guess. Water sign right there. But I'm not going to look because I don't have any traps, so that's just going to, I'm going to want to go get more, and I'm not doing that today. I got some other stuff I got to take care of. Oh, there's more peeled sticks up here. But anyway, guys, I've had fun. Like I said, I hope you enjoy the video. Like, share, subscribe. And we got some more videos coming out. There'll be several coming out soon. So I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.